And we say good morning to you. Welcome aboard. We're live at Food City and Piney Flats on a Food City Friday, ready to go on this very, very special day. It is Easter weekend, of course, and Good Friday is what this is all about. And so we're going to be talking about that here in just a few minutes. About this is a very special day for us Bible believing Christians, no question. Should be, well, actually, it's a very special day for all of us because it is the day that He went up on the cross and died for us. He went willingly. Our verse to get the show started is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave. It was a present. It was a gift. He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believe in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And so that's what it's all about. That is the absolute centerpiece of the Christian faith, is John 3:16. So we're here again. Well, I do a show on Good Friday so we can talk about it and tell you about it, and hopefully it may make an impact on you. You never know. Because again, as we've said 100 times, and we'll make it 101, the $100,000 question is for you and for all of us: what are you going to do with Jesus? And so, anyway, it's Good Friday. It's Easter weekend. It's a big weekend. We've got a lot of folks lined up and ready to go. Let's show them to you right now. There they be. We're going to be joined by Terry Templeton coming up in a few minutes. Also, Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway, Dr. Barry Walton from Axe Medicine Mart. Tom Wyman's going to join us from Bracken Paving. Talk a little National Hockey League. That got started last night. NBA starts tomorrow night. Major League Baseball is up and running. We've got golf. We've got college football. We've got pro basketball. We've got lots to talk about over the next couple of hours. And, of course, one of the main things we'll talk about is Food City. And so it is Easter weekend, and some great specials going on at your local Food City right now, such as the Certified Angus Beef Ribeye Steak, $6.99 a pound. Also out of the meat department, Certified Angus Beef Chuck Roast, $2.99 a pound with your Food City value card. And also you have, let's see, if you're a chicken connoisseur, Holly Farms Family Pack Boneless Chicken Breast, again, it right now going for $1.99 a pound at your local Food City. And so thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate that very, very much. Also, flowers this weekend. They've got the Easter cactus, a 4-inch Easter cactus for $5.99. They've got the Bakery Fresh cupcakes for $6.99. And also, you've got the in-store made peanut butter eggs for $5.99 a pound, and also a Bakery Fresh bunny cake. How about that? A Bakery Fresh bunny cake at Food City. These are some of the specials going on this Easter weekend here as we're live at Food City in Piney Flats on a Food City Friday, and we're awful glad to be here and trying to see some of the other specials. Yes, sweet cantaloupe. Love me some cantaloupe. 2 for $5 this week. They look like miniature basketballs, and so we'll talk to store manager Terry Templeton coming up here in a little while. And then your soft drink special, the Pepsi products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $11 at your local Food City, over 120 stores across 4 states, and we'll talk more about that, as we said, coming up throughout the show. Our show being brought to you by, of course, our title sponsor, Grenade, the vitamin-infused energy drink. Got them here on the table. Let's turn this around so you can see all 4 flavors. There you go, root beer. You've got pink grapefruit. You've got pineapple. You've got lemon lime. And they are buy one, get one at Food City. And they are good. In fact, these came out of the cooler. They're chilled down, and so on the day it's going to be up into the 80s. Uncharacteristic summer-like temperatures right now. A good time to get you some vitamin-infused energy drink is Grenade, available to all Food Cities, including here at Food City in Piney Flats. All right, again, we're here, broadcasting live, having a big time. Love coming out here to Terry Templeton store. Do want to talk for just a second. I brought the book with me. Unashamedly brought the book with me, by the way. Let me read some of the things. In fact, we'll take our first break, and then we'll come back and we'll jump in here and read about some of the things that happened to our Lord on this day, what they did to him, and they let him, or he let them do it to him willingly. That's the part that gets me, is that he said, I did it and did it willingly, for God so loved the world that He gave. Yes, we're going to talk sports, but it is Good Friday. We'll take a break. We'll come right back, and we're going to talk about some of the things He did. Let me start over, so I'm getting excited. Some of the things He let them do to Him because of me and you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live again at Piney Flats in Food City, having a big time here. Let me tell you a few things of what he willingly did for us on this Good Friday. We'll get into some sports. Out of the book of Matthew, it says, excuse me, got a frog. Then the governor's soldiers took Jesus into the praetorium and gathered the whole company of soldiers around him. It wasn't just one, it was a whole bunch of them. They stripped him, put a scarlet robe on him. Then they twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand and knelt in front of him and mocked him. Hail, King of the Jews, they said. Verse 30 of chapter 27 says, they spit on him. Now this is a whole company of soldiers. This is not one. Remember, the Lord had his hands tied behind him. He was bound, couldn't defend himself. And so these soldiers spit on him and took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. Not once. I mean, they beat him. Struck him over and over and over again. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe and put his own clothes on him. Then they led him away to crucify him. Folks, this is one part of the Easter story. They stripped him, put a scarlet robe on him, twisted together a crown of thorns, and set it on his head. I don't think they set it. They probably smashed it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand, knelt in front of him, and mocked him. Then they spit on him. This is a company of soldiers over and over and over. They spit on him. They took a staff and struck him on the head again and again and again. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe, put on his own clothes, and they led him away to crucify him. The Bible says in Isaiah, he never said a word. Not a word, not one thing. Not stop it, not quit doing this, quit, I'm not going to do this anymore. Nothing. Imagine, could you do that? Being spit on, hit with a stick over and over. God. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe, put his own clothes on him, then they led him away to crucify him. Then over the book of Luke, it says the soldiers mocked him. They were guarding him, began mocking him, beating him, it says in the book of Luke. They blindfolded him and demanded prophecy. Who hit you? They said many other insulting things to him that's not even in the Bible. Can you imagine? It's so bad that it's not even printed in the Bible, in the book of Luke. So, Lord, have mercy. How about this for a verse, folks? In the book of Luke, verse 34 says, Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. For they know not what they're doing, or know not what they do. And then it says in the book of Luke, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. There you go. So anyway, that's what Easter's about, folks. It's not about the Easter bunny. I mean, that's all fine and good, but that's not what it's about. It's about the death, burial, and resurrection of the Lord Jesus and what he went through for us. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of speechless. Once you read it, you know it. It's like rings on a tree. You hear it over and over and over. But then when you read it again on the day that he did it for us, I go back to being spit on. I just, can you imagine? I mean, I got spit on one time playing basketball. I can tell you where I was, when it happens, up in West Virginia, when I was a kid. I can tell you who did it, why he did it, when he did it, and there was repercussions, to say the least. So, which means I whooped him pretty good for spitting on me. But they spit on him, and they took the staff and struck him on the head again and again, the Bible says. So, or in King James says they smote him on the head. That's what he did for us, folks. That's why we're having Easter. It's not about the Easter bunny, and it's about the death, burial, and resurrection. He did it willingly. So, before we get into the sports, my question to you is this very simply. How does that affect you? What are you going to do with that? Because you have to give an answer, and I have to give an answer. We have to make a decision. Tom, this sports show, I don't want to hear about it. I know, but you got to make a decision. And what a better day to make a decision than today than to ask the Lord into your heart. And you call me, and I'll take you through the prayer. Or you get a hold of me, and I'll help you do that, because it's very critical. Who's to say we can be here next Easter? I mean, look at how things, the world events, are parallel in the Bible. The Bible's parallel in the world events, obviously. So things are heating up, as they say. So again, what are you going to do with Jesus? That's the $100,000 question. You say, well, I haven't decided. Well, then you have decided. No decision is a decision. So, but he did it for us, did it willingly, and not one of us deserved it. Not one. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what kind of prestige you got. I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care what you got. Nothing that you have or you can accomplish or you have done or will do, or as much money in your back pocket you have or your bank account, will justify what he did for you and did for me. Nothing. So, and as the Bible says in Isaiah, as a lamb went to the slaughter. And also in Isaiah 52 it says they beat him to the point he was marred beyond human likeness. The Bible says they were astonished and appalled at what they saw. People looked up and said, what is that up there? He did that for me and you. Holy smokes. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to move on, get into sports. But again, this is Good Friday. It's a chance to say thank you to the Lord for what he's done for us, and I hope you do. Because, unbelievable what he did. Take a break. We'll be right back. We'll jump in here and get into the National Hockey League. We'll check in with Tommy Wyman and some sports. Coming up next, Food City and Piney Flats here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 500. Yeah, our 500th show at Food City and Piney Flats. We're going to properly celebrate that on May the 6th because today there is no way I'm going to celebrate something I've accomplished on his day. Not a snowball's chance, Chinaman's chance, whatever phrase you want to use. Yes, it's a big deal for me today, my 500th show, but it pales into what we're really celebrating today, so no. We'll do it another day. We're going to do it on May the 6th. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk hockey, among other things, with my man Weinman on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the crossings in North Johnson City.
The deals are heating up for Truck Month at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Over 300 new Chevys to choose from, all with incredible savings. $11,000 off MSRP on 16 Silverado All-Star Crew Cabs. Check out the savings online at championjc.com. 16 Silverado Crew Cab, $33,685. 16 Track, $17,460. 16 Equinox, $21,615. 16 Traverse, $27,365. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back with the
just
Tom
found
Taylor
from your granddaughter's pod.
Yeah, we're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live again here at Food City in Piney Flats. Let's go to the phone. He's there, our buddy Tommy Wyman from Bracken Paving. Good morning, Sunshine. How you doing?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful on this beautiful day.
Yeah, so let's talk about, we'll get into Bracken Paving in a moment. Let's talk National Hockey League. Your Blackhawks are taking on the Nashville Predators. Predators won last night, 1-0. You said earlier this morning when I called you, you said, no worries, it's only the first game. Tell me about it.
That's no big deal. It's just one game. We give them a game, and we'll take the rest from them.
All right. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to break down the series. All right? Do as best you can. Series 1, Rangers, Montreal. Rangers won that first series 1-0. What do you think? How do you think that one's going to end up in the best of 7?
I actually like Montreal in that one.
All right. I'm going to underline these. I'm going to hold you to this. Montreal. All right. Second series, Boston beat Ottawa 2-1. Bruins lead the best of 7, 1-0. Boston, or you think Ottawa will come back?
No, I like Boston.
Okay, Boston. All right, like Boston. Penguins, defending Stanley Cup champions.
Boston.
Can they get by Columbus?
Oh, dear Lord. They can do that in their sleep.
Okay. Taking the Penguins. Are the Penguins good enough to win it all again this year?
Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
Now, why would you say that? Educate me. What's so special about the Penguins?
Well, they didn't lose anybody.
Oh, okay. So I don't know.
It's just like the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks can win it too without a problem too, because they haven't really lost anybody. But Washington's the team to beat. They're the hottest thing around. I do believe.
We're getting ready to get to them in a minute. See, I'm depending on Wyman to be my hockey expert, and he's giving me just very little here to go on. So the Blues and Minnesota. Blues or the Wild? Who's going to win that one?
Wild.
Okay.
Wild was in second place from behind the Blackhawks.
Okay.
In the Western Conference.
The San Jose Sharks and the Edmonton Oilers. Sharks won the first 1-0. They going to keep it up and win it all, or the best of 7, rather?
I like San Jose.
San Jose, all right. We're talking to Tom Wyman, our hockey expert, I think. Let's go to last night. Washington beat Toronto in overtime 3-2. You say Washington's they're the best team in the National Hockey League, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, but that's regular season. Here's the thing: hockey, you play for the postseason. So it really doesn't matter what you did all season long, other than putting in rankings. When it comes down to playoffs, number one in each conference can lose really easy. Blackhawks did it, had the best thinking record in the NHL, had the most wins the whole thing, and they lost in the first round like a bunch of dummies.
So you still like Washington to do it all, though, right?
Oh, heck no. Blackhawks, all the way, Dave.
Okay, Blackhawks. Not a chance. They are not going to
win. I'm a true Chicago fan. If they're in the playoffs, they're going.
They're not going to win the Stanley Cup.
No turning back on the Blackhawks.
They are not.
Of course.
I will put you out on lunch bet right now. The Blackhawks will not win the Stanley Cup. Are you on?
No, wait a second. Who do you think's going to win?
Oh, I'm going what you said. I'm going to go with
Washington. You got all these other teams that you can pick from.
I'm going to take the Penguins.
Oh, listen to you. Jump on the bandwagon.
Well, I don't think...
Little wagon jumper you are.
I don't know anything about these teams. I don't know anything about hockey. I can't even spell it. So, Calgary and Anaheim, who do you like there?
Oh, you may as well jump on for the best team. And you know who you should go for is Edmonton.
Why? Why the Oilers? Tell me.
Because they're going to lose.
Well, I don't want to follow a loser. I tell you who I like. I like the name the St. Louis Blues. I love to say that. I like the Blues, but they're not very good, are they?
Yeah. No, they're a decent team, but they're not. I just don't think they have it this year.
All right.
Minnesota Wild's a better club. They got better people with the puck.
All right. In all seriousness, at the end, when it get into the Stanley Cups, who's going to be from the Western Conference? Who's going to be from the Eastern Conference?
Blackhawks and Washington.
Wow. Let's write this down, because Blackhawks and Washington. All right. So you're telling me the Penguins won't defend? Or won't
you notice no hesitation either.
No. You went right to it. Okay. Now let's talk about your Cubs. What do you think about your Cubbies? Were you excited when they raised the flag the other night?
You know what? It was kind of boring. It really didn't do a lot for me. It was like, nah. It was all right.
Okay.
But hey, last year they won. That was the big thing. That's this is all just icing on the cake or whatever you want to say to it. But it wasn't. It didn't thrill me. The all the pageantry and stuff didn't really tickle my funny bone.
Yeah. Now, I heard a guy the other night say it was nothing but a bunch of fluff. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. But anyway, the Cubbies win the World Championship. So what is your prognostication they can repeat and win the World Series again this year?
Well, they really haven't lost anybody, but it's the long season.
Oh, yeah.
And, injuries, they didn't really have injuries last year, so they beat that bug. So it's, it's going to be interesting to see. I couldn't tell you if they're going to win it again or not. I mean, who'd have thought last year they would have won being down 3-1
exactly.
in the World Series. So, but that's why they're playing. Any given team to any other team on any given day.
You got it. I'm talking to Tom Wyman from Bracken Paving. Let's talk about Bracken Paving before I let you go. What's going on? You guys are, needless to say, I try to get you to come by here, and you can't. You're that busy, so you guys are hopping. Tell me about Bracken Paving.
We're smoking, man. We're just trying to make the world a blacker place out there. We're just busy. We've got, we're actually doing 3 Horizon credit unions today.
Now, when you say doing them, you talking about paving them or sealing them? What are you doing?
No, sealing them.
Okay. All right. Well, you do have a paving company too.
Yeah.
So,
but
you're sealing, not paving.
We do have a paving company, and they have been busy. And they have been busy as all heck, also.
We're talking to Tom Wyman from Bracken Paving. Love talking to him. He is very short and to the point, a little punchy. So, the winter was mild. So, did it really mess up a lot of driveways and parking lots like it did last year?
It still did, because even though it was mild, we still had a decent amount of moisture, and I still see a lot of cracks, a lot of stuff that could have been prevented by just a few simple things, and this didn't happen. And it is what it is. You can take my advice and do with it what you want, but I've seen it unfortunately too many times that it happens like this. So.
There you go. Now, before I let you go, your beloved Bulls are in the playoffs against the Celtics starting tomorrow night. Do they have a chance?
Oh, God. Tom, that's pro basketball. I don't care about pro basketball at all.
All right. What about Kentucky?
Talking about a boring sport.
I love basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport. Yeah, what about Kentucky?
Pro basketball is?
No, not pro basketball, just basketball in general, no. But I do like the Spurs.
The best part of both. The best part of pro basketball is the last 5 minutes of the game. That's all you need to watch.
All right. So.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't guess. It's like a soap opera. You can turn on, turn off, and the last 5 minutes all matters. So, speaking of which, I want to get your take on NASCAR.
The Bulls are going to get torched.
All right, they're going to get torched. What's your take on NASCAR so far? You like the stages? You like everything all the changes they made?
Nope, I hate it. I wish they would just take it back to the very beginning again, where the most consistent team throughout the year gets the trophy at the end of the year. None of this race for the chase and all this other stuff. They're desperate right now, Tom, face it. Listen, NASCAR is not the most popular thing around. It used to be, and it ran its course for, 3 or 4 years, and now they're hurting. They can't even sell anything out. You see bunches of empty seats in Texas. And it's just not the thing to be at anymore, unfortunately. So they're trying anything to get fans, and it's just I don't like it.
Well, we'll see next week. I know down in Texas there was a pretty sparse crowd, but I understand things are going pretty well at Bristol, and so Bristol always seems to do better than everybody else because even though it looks empty at Bristol Motor Speedway, it's not. And, of course, our empty looks a whole lot better than other tracks empty. I can tell you that because Texas, it was desolate down there last week.
Oh, yeah, it was pitiful looking last week. I couldn't believe how bad it looked there. So, all you can do is hope for the best. I hope Bristol sells out. But I really, Tom, Bristol used to be a great track, but they killed it when they put that concrete in. I'm telling you, I love the place. Don't get me wrong. But that three, being able to go around three wide, it's just absolutely killed it there. It's not the one lane where you have to tap them a little bit and get them a little loose and move them out of the way, kind of like what Earnhardt did to Labonte in '99, I think it was. There's none of that happening anymore. You can pass anybody anytime you want there.
Well, they put a groove on the bottom. They got a groove up on the top now, so they're going to try and get him going three wide, coming out of the back front stretch and back stretch. So we'll see. But they're coming next week, and we'll be ready to go with it. So, Tommy, before I let you go, my friend, is there a website we can go to learn more about Bracken Paving and Bracken Asphalt Management?
Maintenance, you mean?
Let's see. Just see if you're paying attention over there. You got on a roll. Bracken Asphalt Maintenance.
I'm sleeping. It is www.brackenpaving.com.
There you go, brackenpaving.com. All right. Hey, have a great Easter. That's the reason why we're having this day. He hung on the cross for us. You know that, and I know that. So have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon, my friend. All right?
You got it. Have a great day.
All right, good man right there. Our buddy Tommy Wyman again with us from Bracken Paving. Again, we thank him for checking in with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live again at Food City. Let's take a look at Major League Baseball. Let's run down what happened yesterday and last night of the Bigs. First off, in the National League, you had from last night interleague play. Boston beat Pittsburgh 4-3. Cubbies, his beloved Cubbies, shut out the Dodgers 4-0 in that series. Milwaukee stopping the Reds' 4-game winning streak. They jumped all over Bronson Arroyo, and they defeat the Cincinnati Reds. Final score was 5-1. It was also a win by Colorado over San Francisco last night in Major League Baseball, again in the National League. So that's your NL schedule. From the American League, Minnesota beat Detroit 11-5. It was Texas over the Angels 8-3. White Sox 10, Cleveland 4. Also, you had the Yankees over Tampa Bay 3-2. It was Baltimore 2, Toronto 1. Kansas City beat Oakland 3-1 in the American League. Scheduled today, Nationals. This afternoon, Pittsburgh opens up a weekend series with the Cubbies in Wrigley. Also, you have an afternoon game, Philadelphia at Washington. Also, you have under the lights tonight, Cardinals in New York against the Yankees interleague play. The Reds continuing their series of Milwaukee and Cincinnati. By the way, last night for the Reds, in a stadium that seats 42,000 fans, you want to go see a baseball game, Major League game, get good seats? Cincinnati had 13,000 and a 42,000 seat baseball stadium. They're hurting in Cincinnati. They can't sell tickets for a team that's not supposed to do well, although they're in first place right now by a half game. Mets in Miami. Syndergaard on the mound. Thor throws tonight in Miami. San Diego and Atlanta. Tehran will go for the Bravos in the opening of the new stadium in Atlanta. Arizona against the Dodgers in Los Angeles, and Colorado at San Francisco. And that is your American League schedule and National League schedule. Let's see, in the American League, Cardinals, as we said, in New York to battle the Yankees. Baltimore, Toronto, Tampa Bay and Boston. The White Sox tonight in Minnesota. Angels at Kansas City. Houston at Oakland. And Texas plays at Seattle. A game of interest for us here locally on the mound tonight. Daniel Norris from Johnson City throwing for Detroit. He'll be in Cleveland against the defending American League champion Indians. So Daniel Norris pitches tonight at 7:10 first pitch. No decision in his first outing, so he'll pitch tonight in Cleveland against the Indians in a 7:10 first pitch. So good luck to Daniel Norris tonight in Cleveland for the Detroit Tigers. Again, Tigers right now in first place, tied with Minnesota, both at 6-3. So a good start for the Detroit Tigers and Daniel Norris from Johnson City, Sciencehill High School. Hey, it's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Congratulations to our final winner. We pulled it last night. There it is, Patricia Parker. She is our winner of the final 4-pack of tickets, family 4-pack to go racing next Saturdays, a week from tomorrow, at Bristol Motor Speedway. Jeff Fancher from Newport, Jimmy Conklin from Fall Branch, Deanna Jilton from Johnson City, and Jennifer Carr from Elizabethton have been the winners. And so our last winner, Patricia Parker from, I believe, Elizabethton. I believe that's where she lives, Elizabethton or Johnson City. So Patricia wins the final family 4-pack of tickets to go to Bristol Motor Speedway, which is pretty exciting stuff. I know she will be very excited because she was one of the first folks to put her name in the hat. By the way, we had 7 states worth of qualifiers. How about that? We had 7 states: Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Kentucky. Had 7 states represented in the giveaway. So we appreciate that very much. And our last winner again, Patricia Parker from here in the Tri-Cities area. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at the NBA and the National Hockey League and some local sports, and also a sad note out of the National Football League. Our show being brought to you by Grenade, the vitamin-infused energy drink. They got them buy one, get one free here at your local Food City. And again, they are on sale. Buy one, get one free. Vitamin-infused energy drinks, pineapple, lemon lime, pink grapefruit, and root beer. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live at Food City and Piney Flats on this Good Friday on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here, with the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. There he is, our store manager. Look at him right there, looking so handsome. Terry Templeton, our store manager. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Good. Where's your little? Hit that magic button right there.
Is that my button?
Yeah. Is there a magic button? Let's see.
All
Did I
right.
mute it? Always want to mute it. Yep, you got it. So we're ready to go.
Are we
Big
live?
weekend here. Big weekend going on here.
Big weekend going on. Getting ready to go into race week and all the festivities there. And we got Easter weekend this week, Good Friday today, and got some good sales going on.
Got some great specials. Let's talk about it. What jumps out at you?
Biggest thing jumps out at me is our certified Angus ribeyes. Got those for now. That's the value pack. The big packs of them for $6.99 a pound. That's about $3 a pound off of regular price at least. It's probably more than that, but it's a fantastic deal. That's probably what I'll be having for Easter dinner. And if I don't, I may get one of the spiral sliced hams for $1.79 a pound, because that's a good deal too. You get the whole or half for $1.79. We've also got red ripe strawberries, 16-ounce packages, buy one get one free in the produce department. We've got the 8-pound Harvest Club baking potatoes, and these are the big, huge baking potatoes in the produce department. Buy one get one free. We've got Pepsi half liter 6-packs, 5 for $1.88. I'm sorry, $1.88. You buy 5 and you save on them. We've got our Food Club large eggs, 18 count, for 99 cents on the buy more, save more. These items, you buy 10, you save $5. We got the eggs, like I mentioned, for 99 cents. We've got the sweet cream butter for $2.49. We got the shredded and chunk cheeses, Food Club, for $1.99. Everything you need for those Easter meals.
You got it with Donna Terry Templeton, the store manager. You've also got plants outside. You got some great plant selection. Tell me about that.
We've got hanging baskets. We've got ferns. Our ferns are $12.99 right now, but they're going to get a lot cheaper next week. So we have a real good deal on those. But they are the biggest, fullest ferns I've seen in a long time. Really attractive plants. We've got Easter lilies also in our floral department this week. Everybody's got to have an Easter lily for Easter.
Should, yeah. Everybody's got an Easter lily for
That's
Easter.
just a given.
Exactly right. Kind of a given. We're talking to our buddy Terry Templeton, the Food City store manager here in Piney Flats on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live here again. Back there's a young lady buying a fern as you speak. Look right there. Those are full, aren't they? Those are beautiful. So, big full lush ferns. Yeah. They're locally grown too, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're out of down just north. Yeah, La Follette.
Yeah, La Follette, Dandridge. So they're from our region, so they're used to the climate and the changes in climate that we have when it gets a little cool at night. So the ferns, you got those, and the Easter lilies, and you've got some of the, it's got some tomato plants, got some bedding plants out there already too. So it's all available here.
Actually got some tomato plants that already have tomatoes on them.
Got little maters. How about that? Little maters on them. That's good stuff. And then also something we don't talk a lot about, but you got some great specials on the patio furniture and outdoor furniture. Got rocking chairs and some really good outdoor furniture to kick off the weekend. Folks having people come into town, need some furniture. Good place to come in Food City.
It is. We've got a good variety of stuff. We got hammocks, rocking chairs, benches. We've got the umbrella stands with it, and we've got a little patio set that's got a good price on it. So,
yeah. Now I asked last week. I said, "Can we have these put together?" And they said, "Because I'm mechanically challenged, I can't make." They said, "Yeah, we can have it put together if you need be." So
yeah, we'll put them together for you.
Yeah, if you have to. So we're talking to our buddy again, Terry Templeton, the store manager. I want to jump over here on this one right here. Take a look at this one. Run down some of these specials. You got some great deals on produce, and got those cherub tomatoes and yellow sweet taters. Tell me about some of those, would you please?
Cherubs tomatoes, 2 for $5 for a 10.5 ounce. We've got the yellow sweet potatoes, 79 cents a pound. We've got the fresh express coleslaw, pre-made coleslaw. All you do is add the dressing, 2 for $3. Got cantaloupes, large cantaloupes. These are big too, 2 for $5. We've got pecan halves or pieces, $5.99. We've got our mini peeled carrots, 2 pound, $2.99. Skipping back over into the perishable departments, the frozen and dairy on the other end of the store, we've got Cool Whip, 99 cents. We've got frozen strawberries, 2 for $5. We've got our Daisy sour cream, 2 for $4. It's got good deals all the way across the store.
All the way across, absolutely. So we're talking to our buddy Terry Templeton. We're winding it down, but there's a call for floral department. Somebody wants some flowers. Do a lot of weddings, a lot of prom season coming up. Of course, Easter lilies, you mentioned. You do casket sprays. You also do flowers to put on a grave for Easter weekend.
We do. We do wedding work. We do Easter. We do prom work. We do funeral. It's a full-service floral department. Anything that you would get from another florist somewhere, you can get from us.
Absolutely. And, of course,
and we deliver to businesses, churches, and funeral homes locally. So.
Yeah. So they do it all for you here at Food City. Over 120 stores in 4 states. Let's talk about school bucks. It's winding down, but still, it won't be that long. You'll be out passing out checks like Santa Claus.
Yeah, it'll be time again. we had some nice checks go out to the local schools this past year, and hopefully we'll have some good ones go out again I think they come out right after school gets back in the fall. They actually, because we usually catch them right that first few weeks of school to get them handed out.
Which is a great way to kick off the school year when you walk in and hand a check to the folks and say, use it as you need it. However you want to spend it. And give me some amounts you took out last year.
We had one for $1,400, one for $1,200. So I mean that's, and everybody knows how much the schools need money. So I mean that's a good program for them.
Absolutely.
And it's something that nobody has to pay anything to be on. All they got to do is sign up their value card here at the store. They can go online at foodcity.com and sign it up. And you can split it between schools, multiple schools. So if you got one in high school and one in middle school and you want to give them both some, there you go.
That's the way to go. And of course, I think it is $800,000 this year that they've pledged. $800,000 Food City's pledged for the schools across 4 states. And so, you know, the old adage is somebody's going to get it. You might as well shop and put it towards your school, because Steve's going to cut checks. Somebody's going to get that money, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a shame to think that there's people in here shopping that don't have their value card assigned to a school. Even if they don't, like my wife and myself, we don't have anyone in school. We don't have kids, but we've got our cards assigned to our local schools to give back to that system. I mean, you don't have to have anybody in the school to make it happen.
So how does that work? There's a list of all the schools. You walk in and say, here's XYZ school, and there's a code. Punch the code in. It's just that simple, right?
That's right. Or you can get a barcode from the school. The schools are provided with barcodes that you can bring in.
It is a no-brainer, I'm telling you. Last but not least, if you don't want to cook and you want to come into the Bakery Deli, you can get you a ham dinner in here. You can get apple pie, hamburger buns, mustard potato salads on sale for $1.99, a bakery fresh strawberry shortcake for $6.99, 8-piece fried chicken, hot or cold, $6.99. Talk about some good deals out of the deli.
That fried chicken's good stuff too.
That'll set you free, won't it?
It will.
Oh, son, make a bulldog.
Right now too, we've got our we're having weekly deals from our hot bar, from our grill, and we've got the Super Burger right now, Super Burger combo for $5, and that's a large burger. It's bigger than McDonald's quarter pounder. It's like a 3/4 pound burger with fries and a drink for $5.
You couldn't make it. You couldn't go get the time you went and bought the burger and a bun and all the whatever you put on it. There's no way you can do it for $5.
No.
So
there's no way you can beat it at another fast food restaurant or restaurant around here.
And it's prepared individually.
Made as you order it, fresh and hot.
Exactly. So the hamburger plus the fries and a drink for $5 for a limited time. Yeah,
whatever toppings you want.
There you go. Our buddy Terry Templeton, I do appreciate you letting us come up here, my friend. And
well, we appreciate you coming, Tom. We're always glad to see you.
Oh yeah, love coming up talking to Food City and at any Food City. Over 125 stores in 4 states now.
4 states.
Wow. Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, Georgia. And who knows where we're headed next, right?
That's true.
Never know.
I don't like to speculate. You never know.
You never know. But I know one thing. He runs a good store right here in Piney Flats. I can tell you that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thank you.
Yep, good man right there. We are live again at Food City, and we are right here and having a big time. We thank you for being with us here again on this Good Friday, Easter weekend, 2017. Hey, one of our great sponsors I want to tell you about before we go to the break. We were there yesterday at Champion Chevrolet, right down the road, the #1 Chevy dealer in the state. Sitting there yesterday, a guy from New Martinsville, West Virginia, 6 hours up the road, had been on the internet, was shopping at, again, the championjc.com, saw a car he wanted and drove from New Martinsville, West Virginia. He'd already talked to the sales rep, came down. He wasn't in that dealership an hour. He went out of the car, keys, temporary tag, and drove it back to, in fact, he picked up a truck, drove it back to New Martinsville, West Virginia, which is a 6-hour ride. Talked to the guy. Of course, I'm from West Virginia, and I know where he's from, and that's a haul. And I said, why? He said, man, I looked online and said, you can't touch the deals. Last week, I'm just getting ready to set up for the show. A couple walks in from Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, down on the other side of Chattanooga, drove 3 hours to buy a car. Then the week before that, they flew in a couple from Lexington, Kentucky, flew them into the airport. Champion went out and picked them up in one of their courtesy vehicles, brought them back to the dealership. They bought a car and drove it back to Lexington. That's why they're the number one Chevy dealer in the state. You think about that. They're beating all the Chevy dealerships in Memphis, and Nashville, and Knoxville, and Chattanooga, the bigger areas. Why? Because it's like Food City. They give customer service. And so Champion Chevrolet, for example, all right, Terry, would you rather have, if I wrote a check today for a Camaro or a Corvette, what would you want? What a stupid question. Of course you want a Corvette, yes. Well, they got them on sale. American Man's Dream, you got it. They got those on sale. They got the 2017 Camaros. They're saving $200 off a 2017 Camaro. They've got the Silverados on sale. They've got the 2000 Equinox. All the 16s are gone, by the way. They've sold everything 16 on the lot, and so they're into the 17. Some dealerships can't say that. They still got some 16s hanging around. No, I'm not going to tell you the numbers, but I saw the numbers yesterday that what they've done so far in April. I will just say this. I went in one Thursday in February, got there at 10:30 to do the show, and that already finished up from the day before, closing 14 sales at 10:30 that morning. That's what kind of volume these guys run through, and they do a wonderful job. Andy Dietrich, Tim Copenhaver, and the entire staff at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile. And again, the number one Champion or Chevrolet dealer in the state of Tennessee is a Champion Chevrolet. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. We've got some more to talk about. Bill Patrick's going to join us, talking a little NASCAR. The Kingsport Speedway runs tonight. We'll talk about that and more live again from Food City and Piney Flats on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for being with us. Show number 500. Again, we are live. As we said, we are live. Hit your button right there, big dog. You always want to mute them. There we go. Show number 500. We're live at Food City and Piney Flats. We have the official celebration May the 6th at Champion Chevrolet. There's no way I'm going to celebrate my show on Good Friday, the 500th show. This is his day. This is not my day. This is the Lord's Day, who died on the cross for us. Bill Patrick joins us. Before we get into Bill talking about the Kingsport Speedway, I do want to remind you that, let's show it here real quick. Let's get back over there. We go. The old hair. Show you the hair. Pantene. We're growing it for Pantene. It's called Beautiful Lynx, and we're growing it for ladies that are going through cancer treatment. And so once it gets an appropriate length, a little bit longer, we'll have it cut off and be shipped off to Pantene to make wigs for ladies going through radiation and chemotherapy. So that's what we're doing it for. We're not quite there yet, but in partnership with the American Cancer Society, Pantene Beautiful Lynx. The wigs are distributed to wig banks for ladies going through chemotherapy and radiation that lost their hair. So that's what we're doing it for. There's our buddy right there, Bill Patrick on the screen, Kingsport Speedway. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Come back from your cruise. Did you eat good on the cruise?
Oh, I ate real good on there. That's about all I done while I was gone was eat.
Had a good time. Where'd you guys go?
Started out in New Orleans, and then I drove across and spent a few days in Orlando, and then I got on a boat and went to the Bahamas. So then I had to drive back from New Orleans from Orlando back to Kingsport. So
you back in it? Would you do it again?
Huh?
Would you do it again on the cruise?
Yeah, I believe I would.
You go back on another cruise? That's cool. He's back in the saddle, ready to go, and so we're getting ready to go racing tonight at Kingsport Speedway. Tell us about it.
It's going to be a good one tonight. It's going to be a great night. Looks like the weather's perfect. Mm-hmm. And what better way to start out next week's race week than to get started Friday night with the family, $10 a piece to get in. Kids 12 and under is free. I mean, for a family-oriented thing like we have, what else could you do for if it's husband and wife, $20, and if you got 20 kids, bring them all. They get in free.
So it starts tonight again. The racing. You've had how many races up there so far? 2.
This will be the second. It got rained out last week. The first race was on Saturday, and it was a barn burner. It was good. We had a great crowd. People were excited, and we're wanting more. But after it's over that day. But they'll be back tonight, I'm sure, ready to go again.
We're talking to Bill Patrick in the Kingsport Speedway. So the late model's kind of the big dogs, if you will. Crest Van Dyke, guy that we kind of follow, and he's tied into Grenade, of course, our official drink and official sponsor of the show. He gave him a run for the money, came up a little short. Tell me how it went on that first race.
He come real close. He was leading the race, and he would have probably won the race had there not been a caution with about 5-6 laps to go, and then that got them all tangled up. They was fenders and doors flying everywhere, and he got beat a little bit. Chad Fincham gave him a run for his money. He finally got around Chad, and then he come up a little bit short. Ron McCarty got him there at about 3 laps to go. So, fenders was kindly banged up, hoods was banged up, but they all finished. But it was a good one.
A little beating and banging, huh?
A lot.
At the Concrete Jungle. What kind of lap time can you do at the Concrete Jungle?
Well, the late models are running it somewhere around 14 seconds, something like that. Little low 15s, high 14s. The Pure 4s are running it like 16, 17 seconds, and then your modified streets are in the 15s. Mod 4s are in the 15, 16 second range. They're getting around there. They're running right at 100 mile an hour when they hit the turn. So Chris did get him a win at Coburn last Saturday night. So
did he?
He won that one.
Cool. We'll talk about Coburn in a second. We're talking to our buddy Bill Patrick, Kingsport Speedway. So set the schedule for tonight. What's going to be happening tonight at the track?
Well, the gates will be opening about 4:30. The gates are open. The pit gates open around 2. We'll be qualifying around 5:30, and we'll be throwing the green flag at 8 o'clock tonight. It's
trying to find my schedule down my satchel, couldn't find it. So everything starts at what time?
The qualifying will start about 5:30. Then we'll have a drivers' meeting. We'll be doing the national anthem around 7:55. Be racing at 8 o'clock.
Getting with it. So kids get in free. Had a good crowd the first day too. The first
we
night.
had a real good crowd. We got tonight is Autism Awareness Night. We will have the Autism Society from Johnson City. They're building a new community center or something for autism here in Johnson City, and they're going to be there tonight. And we're trying to give back a little bit to the community. So
the first race was the kickoff of the Food City 175 on a Saturday afternoon. Do the drivers like racing better at night, or they like racing better in the daytime? Does it make any difference? They just want to race.
They just want to race. They don't care. Now, tonight's going to be twin late models. There'll be 35 laps. To begin, there'll be 35 laps in. So they're going to run. The first one will be in still daylight, and the second one's going to be in dark. Under the lights. So, and then the new NASCAR rule they come out with on the wheeling this year is if we do twins, whoever come in, the way they come in the first round, they're going to invert the top 8 for the second race. So that's whoever wins the first one's going to be in 8th place. Whoever come in second is going to be in 7th place. So that's going to dice it up even more.
Oh, absolutely. Now, this is an obvious question, but the weather being from daylight to dark does change the track and the conditions, and so do they have the capabilities to change things like the big boys do when track changes? You just strap it on and go.
They'll let them change some stuff between the first twin and the second twin, but during the race they don't have time to go in and change. I mean, they run the whole race.
Because I know the big boys say, the track's set up, they'll change it if the track gets cooler or it's in the shade or it's in full sun. And so I don't know whether they had this, probably short track racing, Kingsport Speedway, they just strap it on and go, right?
Yeah, most all the divisions do. Now, them late model guys, they kindly have their notebooks out and where they test all the time.
A little bit more sophisticated.
Oh yeah. They.
We're on to Bill Patrick.
Mainly, what they change more than anything else would be the air pressures and the tires. So.
We're talking to our buddy Bill Patrick with the Kingsport Speedway, and so when the kids get there, there's a kids club. Tell me about the kids club.
All right, the kids club. Beth Clendenin, I noticed she was following you on Facebook yesterday. She kindly heads that up. They meet around 5:30 when the gates first open, and she does things with them up until 8 o'clock. They do all kinds of different stuff with them, competitions, arts and crafts, different things that she does with them. And then when it comes 8 o'clock, Beth says she likes to watch the racing, so she lets them have them back. But during all the qualifying festivities, and the kids are with her, so parents can do their thing watching the qualifying.
Watching the racing, yeah, gotcha.
Noticed there's a lot of guys practicing last night, and from what I understand, Karen gave all the kids that were there watching a checkered flag, and some of the drivers signed autographs on them. So, we're a lot more personable than the big boys because we're a smaller group and can spend more time with fans.
There's nothing wrong with being personable. That's what the big boys need to be doing too. I think that's part of the problem.
That's what they need to do.
They need to press more flesh, and so they're not. And so until they figure that out, they're going to have to deal with it. But I think that's one of the problems.
Between races, if you've got a driver that's your favorite, we'll figure out a way to get you to meet that driver.
Yeah. So the big boys, as I was saying, they haven't figured it out. I think when they figure it out, they have to go back out in the stands and shake hands and meet the fans, and they can't be standoff like they have been. Till then, you're going to get what you're going to get. There was 50 out of 120,000. I was told about 52,000 in Texas. So you say what you want, but that can't continue. So anyway, Kingsport Speedway should be a big crowd tonight. What's maximum?
We could probably hold around 5,000 or so. First race, tier parking was almost completely full. The Grandstand A, which is family-oriented, no alcohol on that side. Most kids are over there. We had it was about 3/4 full, and then B side was over half full. So we had a pretty good crowd the first race.
Oh yeah, I think Aaron Van Dyke had her camera going right up on the Food City big cart and videoing as he went around the track. Look at a good crowd there. So that was then. This is now one more time. Gates open what time tonight?
Gates will open for the fans around 4:30. I think it's like 4:30. And then we'll be qualifying at 5:30. Open practice at 4:30. There'll be cars going the whole time. If you get there at 4 o'clock, there'll be cars out there going around the track. So.
And it's going to be warm. It's going to be in the low 80s today, so it's perfect weather. Racing tonight, Kingsport. Tomorrow night, Lonesome Pine. Tell me about that.
Right. Everything backs up an hour over there. We got a lot of different divisions over there. You've got late model, modified street, pure street, modified 4, pure 4, bandoleros, and the legends, and now they've added a new class, the front-wheel drive V6. That front-wheel drive V6 is what they call them poor man's racing. You just buy you an old car, strip it, take the glass out of it, everything but the windshield, put you a 4-point post in there, put a window net, set of seat belts and a fire extinguisher, go racing.
It's called a poor man's what now?
Poor man's racing.
Poor man's racing. So that's going to be Lonesome Pine tomorrow.
If you want to get into racing, you can't afford these big $40,000 and $50,000 cars. Buy you a $500 car, strip it out, throw you a roll cage in it and a set of seat belts, and go racing.
There you go. And that's going to be in Coburn. Again, that's tomorrow night. What time the gates open over there?
They'll open around 4. Then we'll be qualifying around 4:30, and then we'll be racing at 7 o'clock.
There you go. Lonesome Pine tomorrow night, but tonight, the Concrete Jungle, Kingsport, John B. Dennis, easy to find. One of the main arteries of Kingsport, ready to go. And
yeah, you don't want to miss it.
No.
And what better way to start out at race week at Bristol than to get the fire burning Friday night?
Than the Concrete Jungle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they call it jungle for a reason.
For a reason. Yeah. Was there any tempers flare over there in the first race? Tempers always flare in the race.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Does the cow give milk?
First lap, first race, they were flaring.
He's an official.
What can I say?
I wish you didn't have to do it, but yeah, it's the first lap of the first race. You know, I'm going to tell you this. Now it's over with, but the day we went over and met the drivers over there in Johnson City, there was kind of an undercurrent over there then. I mean, it was just kind of, nobody said anything. It was just kind of, I mean, I could kind of pick up on like,
Oh, yeah.
Some under, how would you say it? Bubbling under a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He knows this. It's hilarious. He says, he looks at me like, I'm not surprised, Tom. I deal with these people every week, so, but.
Yeah, we kind of know who to watch for.
I'm not going to say who it was. One of the drivers told one of the other drivers, well, I'm up there, and you're introducing me to these drivers. He said, have your people get your hands off my car.
Yeah.
It's like, well, their hands ain't on your car. And I thought, this is in February in the mall. And I'm thinking, whoa.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about, too.
Enough said, right?
Yeah.
Right. Appreciate you. You coming in anywhere you can to promote the tracks. This guy's a class act right here. I appreciate him very much. And so.
Yeah, I really appreciate all the fans. It's really coming on at Kingsport, especially. It's growing by leaps and bounds.
Yes, it is. And you get you and Mama get a dinner out of the deal. How about that? So
that's what you said.
Well, you can take it to the bank. It's going to happen.
All right.
I'll talk to you next week. No, won't be here next week. Be at the track next week. Talk to you in 2 weeks. We'll take a break. Bill Patrick, you see on the screen from Kingsport Speedway. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're at Food City and Piney Flats on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
We're back with the Tom Dillard Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live again at Food City in Piney Flats on this Food City Friday. We thank you for being with us. And let's adjust that camera just a smidgen right there. There we go. Let's take a look, see what's going on again in some of the sports notes we want to pass along to you. First off, NBA playoffs start tomorrow night. We've got the Indiana Pacers in Cleveland against the world champion Cavaliers.